Good morning. Good morning, Anupa. Thank you for being with us. Welcome to another episode of Empowering Voices. And today we will start from the quote, positive thinking. And Anupa is the right person to talk to us about this. Please, Anupa, introduce yourself, your business, and guide us through the journey of positive thinking.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Mara. Thank you for having me on your interview and your chat because I love what you do. I'm one of your biggest fans. As you can see, I have your sweatshirt on.
Yeah, this is a
words
piece
on them.
Piece I made.
So just love it. And thank you. It's an honor to be here and to be a part of the positivity that you're creating around us, which leads us to your question on positive thinking. So I'm just going to give you a little bit of feedback on what thoughts do and how thoughts affect us. Mm-hmm. And then we can talk about positive thinking.
Sure.
So thoughts that happen in our minds, we think it's just here, but it actually is what impacts everything that we do. It impacts our moods, it impacts our behavior, it impacts how we communicate, and whether we communicate verbally or communicate through body language. It's our thought that is actually creating and impacting all of that goes on in our body. And that's basically, our thoughts are waves, and they knock from cell to cell to cell, and they vibrate throughout our entire body. And that's why you feel it. When you feel positive, when you're having a positive thought, your entire body is uplifted, your thoughts uplifted, what you say is nice, what you do is nice, how you behave, you're then considered a happy person. Yeah. And you're considered a joyful person or a joy to be around. Mm-hmm. Because it's your thought that was positive, that vibrated throughout your body. You're speaking in a nice way, you're animated in a positive way, and you're feeling well within yourself. So that's how thoughts impact us. So if you have a negative thought, just to go the other way, yeah. You can see that in your body language. You're more down. Your body is it's not confident. It's not uplifted. You
start closing.
You close up. So that's in your body language. You don't want to talk to people. Your head may be down. You don't make eye contact, and your words are not as pleasant to hear. And I'm taking it to the other extreme. Yeah. Maybe you're not unpleasant, but I just want to give you a juxtaposition between positive and negative thoughts. So things that come out of your mouth either may be negative towards yourself, or I'm not that good, I'm not confident, I don't feel well, I don't like blah blah blah, the person I'm speaking to, or the food that I'm eating. So everything gets impacted. You're then affecting the person around you. So through your positive vibration, you're affecting the people and the environment around you. And through negative thinking, you're impacting the people around you. So how do you create positive thoughts if you don't already have them, if it's not coming to you because you've had a bad day or a bad experience, or you're holding on to something? How do we let go of it? The best way to let go of it is to actually step away from it and recognize what's going on. So first is recognizing, like, look at yourself, be aware. How are you behaving? How are you speaking? What's the language that you're speaking to yourself inside of you? Is it nice? Is it positive? Are you saying, hey, I'm great, or I did this really well? Or are you celebrating a victory, no matter how small or big it is? Or are you critiquing yourself and saying, that wasn't that good, I could have been better, they didn't like me?
Yeah, so we are our worst judge all the time, and we forget to celebrate wins, really.
Exactly. We forget that. Mm-hmm. And it's so important to celebrate, and you use the right word. It's celebrating a win, and a win doesn't have to be massive. A win could just be getting one thing right, which then knocks on to get the next thing right. But we need to recognize that one thing before we have that effect on the next.
Exactly.
So yeah, absolutely. Celebrate the wins and notice yourself. Just take a moment and say, well, How am I feeling today? What's the thought that's coming into
And
my
as
mind?
you said, positive or negative feelings, they need to be acknowledged, because it's only in that moment that you can, stepping out of them, as you said, as you suggested, that you can see them and give them the right value. Because sometimes the negative feelings, they feel so overwhelming, so big, and they start that negative spiral towards the negative energy. And like the positive ones, we don't give them enough importance sometimes. So it's positive, starts, ends, and that's it. No, it's put in the box of the good thoughts and it's finished. While we should enjoy the vibrations coming from it to have that a positive effect, that positive spiral that takes us to the next step. Because otherwise, because otherwise we will always have the cup empty or full of negatives. And the positive, what happens with them?
Exactly, you hit the nail on the dot. We don't tend to put any emphasis on the positive, which is what we need to be doing. And I think it comes a lot from not wanting to, being shy of your wins. And you shouldn't. You should celebrate every win, because if you have a win, the people around you will also have a win, and you want everyone to have a win-win. So if you're happy and you can explain why you're happy or celebrate your joy, whether it's your family, whether it's picking up a phone and calling a friend and say, guess what happened today? Or I feel so good because I did this. That's great, because what you're doing is spreading the joy then, and you have also expressed it. You haven't tucked it away in a box. You've expressed that joy, just as you would express pain and express a hurt. You know, you do express that. So express the good stuff. And as you were saying, Mara, when you are aware of the unpleasant thoughts and the unpleasant experiences, then it's really, really helpful to first sit with it and say, it's okay. I'm okay to feel this way. I do feel low. It's all right. You know, I accept that I'm not feeling good, but I want to feel better. I don't want to stay here all the time. I don't, you know, it doesn't do me any good.
It's
it doesn't
always
serve
a choice.
me.
It seems strange, but and for someone can be hard to hear this, but it's a choice. And what we have to do is to train ourselves towards dissecting these negative thoughts and take the teaching, because there's always a teaching from any negative experience, and then train our brain to think positive. And of course, we can ask for help from people like you who can help us to feel better. Because Anupa, you didn't tell us, but you are a Reiki Master and she's amazing. I mean, the sessions I did with you, it was like, where am I in this like heaven? I really suggest it. Unfortunately for the lockdown, it was through Zoom, but it was so impactful. And you realize that with a bit of help, external help from professionals like you, you can really reach so intense and positive levels that can be repeated. Because if you do it then on a constant basis, you definitely you change the tendency towards the negative, basically. And it's what we all need to do, because the negative is there. Everyone will have the bad day and the bad happenings. That cannot be changed. But let's turn it around and try to switch into the positive quicker, at least, than usual. So do you want to tell us a bit what you are doing at the moment, where we can find you? I think I don't know if you are still having sessions online, and of course in studio, hopefully very soon, we will join you as well.
Yeah, thank you again. Very well said, of replacing the negative with the positive. And it's one, be aware of what you're thinking and then bring in the good and say, well, I am good. So, you know, you can make a list of positive things and just keep it a journal of it.
Mhm.
So that's one of my tips, is saying, what am I good at? What have I been good at?
Mhm.
What are my successes? Where have I done good things? What do I have in my life that is good? Who do I have in my life? So take accountability and work it out, go through it, and journalize all the good things. Do you have a nice home? Are you comfortable? Are you safe? What are your values? Does your home meet it? Does your family meet it? Like, yes, I have a family. I have everybody. I have friends. I have nice friends. Make a note of all the good things that you have, and then you will actually see that you have more to be happy and positive about than not. And then you can start replacing the negative thoughts with the positive. Once you've seen it on paper, yes, I actually have this, and I have this, and this is good, and this is good for me, this is going very well for me. And you
Yeah.
start to actually take notice of that. And how I can help is, thank you, Mara, for your lovely words on the sessions. um, I'm a Reiki master and practitioner, so through Reiki, which is energy work, we actually help you shift the negative energy out and release it, making way for the natural energy within you, your own chi, your own ki, which is positive. The energy, your life force energy, your vital force energy that actually runs through your body, that runs through all of us, is positive, is pure, is beautiful. And it's realizing that that just needs to run through while we release the not so good stuff. We all will have experiences that are unpleasant, and it's sitting with it, saying, yes, it happened. Yes, this is how I feel. And I want to let it go, because my natural ability is to be positive and is to be pure. So through Reiki, we help these shifts happen within your energy. And it's done in two ways. It's done hands-on. So if you were in normal times to come to a studio, I would do it hands-on. But when the hands-on session was created back in the late 1800s, also intention Reiki was formulated at the same time, which is Reiki and energy healing sent through via intention, which is done distantly. So you could be anywhere in the world, and this has nothing to do with technology or Zoom or the ability to see each other. It is actually where you would ask a Reiki channel to help you through a situation, to help you through anything that you're going on, whether it's emotionally or physically or mentally. And the channel, the Reiki person, will send the healing to you via the intention of what both of you have set. So if you say, I want to feel lighter, then we put in that intention, and that Reiki healing is done distantly. So Reiki still continues, and it still can be done at any time in any place that you choose, and you could be anywhere and receive that healing. The other way, what you experienced with me, Mara, was the guided meditations.
Yeah.
So we do a lot of guided meditations that are done either in groups or individually as per your need. And we do these through visualizations, and I guide you through various thought processes and experiences, and you go through a journey, but that journey really is a journey within yourself, and reconnecting to your inner beauty, to your inner purity, to your inner strengths, and releasing that, and then having those thoughts and having those abilities vibrate in your body and your mind. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
highly
and that's the
recommended,
techniques.
especially in this time where we feel a bit more anxious, all of us. I mean, a bit of positive energy yeah, would be good for everyone.
But what
Um,
you're doing, Mara, is great with your positive phrases on t-shirts and sweatshirts. I'm wearing one of your sweatshirts that you've beautifully hand embroidered,
yeah.
and you embroidered the word samyavasta for me, which is a Sanskrit word for equilibrium. So what Mara does is create that positive energy through her clothing, which is beautiful, because when you have that positive message on you, it's a reminder, and it vibrates, it sticks with you, and you're like, yes, this is what I need to be today. Whatever it is, you've got positive thinking on yours, I've got
Yeah, exactly.
equilibrium on mine, and that is the thought for the day, and that's how I want to vibrate.
Yeah, it's a bit like a magic cape, and also the tactile experience of the hand embroidery makes it like the magic lamp that you rub it and you
Yeah.
feel the energy when it's most needed. It's a reminder. You said it.
Yeah, and you feel it. You're
exactly.
feeling it from outside, and then you feel it inside, and then it just vibrates out again, and it's a beautiful cycle that's
Yes,
created of positivity.
exactly. And tell me, is there a quote, a word? Yeah, you just mentioned the Sanskrit word for equilibrium. Any other word that is a bit the guide of your life or business that it's at the core of your values?
Faith.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's just faith in the higher source, whatever it is that you have faith in, or whoever it is that you have faith in. There is a higher purpose, but that higher purpose and that higher source is also inside of you. And bring that faith within yourself that you can do something that you want to do. You can feel the way you want to do, because that powerful source, that powerhouse is inside of you, and that's where you bring in the faith. But until you can see that within you, find something that you have faith in, whether it's whatever your belief is, wherever you feel the power. You could feel the power from the sun, and say, well, I have faith in the sun. I know it rises every day. I know it sets every day, and I know it keeps me safe and warm and healthy. And if you just put your faith in the sun, and then see that reflection within you, and then know that you have that commitment as the sun does. You have the shine and the aura of the sun, and that you can accomplish what the sun accomplishes, and bring that in you. So find that one thing or the one person, and it could be a parent, that your parent who has been your guide and your role model. Bring their values, see what values they have had to be who they are, that you admire, and bring those values in your mind, in your heart, and say, well, this is what I desire to be. And who does not, I don't want to be mom, I don't want to be dad. I want to have the values that they have, and I want to be me.
Yeah, the wisdom of our ancestors, and they can be exactly our parents or our grandparents or great grandparents, and that we need as our guidance, as you said.
Yes, and bring that to mind. Who is that person? If it is a person, as I said, it could just be something in nature. That's there, that's growing. There could be a tree that you love, and you see how the tree is so beautifully, strongly grounded to the earth. And it's growing up and reaching for the skies. And just imagine being that person where you're so rooted and grounded, and yet your opportunities are unlimited. You can just keep going out there and reaching for the sky, and having that balance. Nothing can knock you over, and knowing that you can't be knocked over easily. So find that source that gives you the strength, and have faith in it, and then bring that faith within.
Amazing. Great message. Thank you very much. Thanks a lot, Anupa, for this conversation. And talking with you gives me already positive feelings. It's been a real pleasure. Thanks a lot, and bye, everyone. See you in the next episode. Thanks again.
Bye, everyone. Bye. Thank you, and stay positive.